Hey everybody, this is Mr. Storm, and in this video we are going to build a new game. We're going to build a number guessing game. Basically, we're going to have a number between 1 and 100 or 0 and 100, whatever, and we are going to allow our user to enter a number, and then we'll check to see if that number is the right number, right? And we're just going to keep them playing the game until they get the number that we're looking for. So I'm going to fix my brackets here. And okay, so this is going to be kind of a bigger project, and so I want to think through some of the things that I want to do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start sectioning out my program in different sections. So I'm going to have a variables section. Let's do, let's see, I'm going to have a do while that's going to catch. It's basically going to run the whole game. Inside that do while, I'm going to actually, after these variables, let's do this. Use a random to find a number between 0 and 100. Then I'm going to have a do while loop, and inside that do while loop, I will ask the user to enter a number between 0 and 100. I will compare their number to the random number. Now, I'm also going to use some if-else statements here. So if number matches, they won. Else, if number is too high. Else, if number is too low. And then at the end, or we'll just say else they didn't enter anything I can recognize. Now, if you're wondering what's going on, Mr. Storm, you're not actually writing any code. You're just putting a bunch of comments on. Yeah, I'm organizing this a little bit. I'm trying to get my thoughts in order to figure out exactly what I want in my game. When we build bigger projects, it's a good idea to do it this way, just to kind of give yourself a little bit of, I don't know, what am I thinking? Organize a little bit, right? All right, so they didn't enter anything I can recognize. Then I want to, let's see. Inside the if they got it, tell them how many guesses it took. That'll be fun. Ask if they want to play again. It's pretty easy. So let's start building it now, shall we? Okay, so what are some of the variables I'm going to need? Well, I'm going to need a an int called user. I'm going to need an int called comp. Sure. I'm going to need a random RND. Actually, we'll put the random down here in just a second. I'll put it right up here. That's fine. Random.rnd equals new random. Int. Oh no, I already have comp. So in here, where I'm going to use the random to find a number between 0 and 100, I'm going to say comp equals rnd.next, and then 0 100. Okay, so now I have a comp number. I have a variable that is basically a number between 0 and 100. And then I want to create a do. I don't know why this is... All right, there we go. That was weird. It kept trying to capitalize itself. Now, this bracket here, I want this do to encompass the entire game. So I'm going to actually delete the bracket here. Pay attention to what I'm doing, all right? I'm going to delete this bracket and put it down here, okay? So delete, and I want to make sure that it lines up with the original bracket so I don't get bracket confusion, okay? So now my do is going to encompass the entire game, all right? Okay, so inside of here, I'm going to ask the user to enter a number between 0 and 100. So I will do console.writeLine. I'll just do a write on this one. All right, and then I need to bring in their number. Now their number has to come in as a number so we can do some comparison to it. So we're going to use that try parse, int.try parse console.readLine, and it's going to go out to the user variable. Now there's a reason why I'm doing this inside the loop, right? If we get to the end of the game and we want to go back to the top, then I need to give them the option to enter a new number. Or if we get to the end of the game and it doesn't actually work, or their guess didn't match, then we need to go back to the top as well. I just remembered another variable we'll need. Tries, the amount of tries they have, and we'll set that equal to 0 at the beginning of the game, because we're going to see how many guesses it takes for them to get to the end of the game, or to guess the number. All right, so then we're going to get into comparing the number. If user equals comp, now this, I'm going to just bring this up. Instead of moving brackets around, I'll bring this one up. And actually down here, so I'm going to add 1 to the guesses here. Tries plus plus, because they just entered a guess, so I'm going to add a 1 to the tries right there, so that that becomes 1 because they just entered a guess. All right, tell them how many guesses it took. Console.write, hold on, WriteLine, you won. It only took you guesses. All right. Do you want to play again? So what we're doing here is I'm basically asking them, do they want to play again? Yes or no. In here, we're going to just do, we need another variable. This is going to be a string variable, and it's going to be it's going to be choice. We'll make it choice. String choice. And then let's see, we'll set this equal to yes. Right off the bat. You'll see how we're doing this in just a second. So I'm asking them, do you want to play again, yes or no? Choice equals console dot read line dot to lower. So what we're going to do there is we're basically going to set this, if they win the game, we're going to set it to whatever they chose. If they type a Y, it's going to make it a lowercase y, and it's going to continue to play the game. Because down here at the end of our do, let's find the end of our do, we'll say while choice equals Y. So basically, while choice equals Y, we're going to continue to play the game. Now, we're not even going to give them a chance to enter, to change the value of choice until they've actually found the number, which means choice is always going to stay Y until we give them the ability to change it once they've found the number. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Okay. You'll see how this works in just a second. Alrighty, so that's the if. Now we need to handle, oh, went just too far back. Else if, so the number is too high. Let's get up there. Else if user is greater than comp. If user is higher than comp, then we can say console dot write line, your guess is too high. All right. Then it's literally the same thing down here for else if user is less than comp. We'll move this comment up so that we're keeping it all straight. Console dot write line, your guess is too low. I'll make guess lowercase here as well. And then we have the final else, which just handles whatever conditions we haven't accounted for. We'll bring this up. All right. Sorry, I don't recognize that answer. Try again. Okay, so now we have basically the entire program. So our program essentially goes, we have our variables here. We have a random, which I can actually move this down here just to keep it all together. Okay, so we have a random here. So our user or our computer is choosing a random number. And then, we do all that stuff. Okay, perfect. Let's play the game. See if we have any errors, see if there are any compiler issues, see if the game runs properly. Enter a number between 0 and 100. I'm going to enter 50. My guess is too high. So let's do 25. My guess is too high. Let's do 13. My guess is too low. So it's between 13 and 25. Let's go, I don't know, 20. Too low. Let's do 22. Too low. 23. All right. So I win, right? I found it. The number was 23, and it only took me 6 guesses to find there. Now, let's try playing it again. I'm going to type Y, enter, and then the game starts all over again. Now, just looking here, I think what I want to do is I actually want to clear the screen right at the top of the program. So let's do a console.clear right here, just to clear it out. So if we play it more times than not, then it's gonna, make it, again, I want to basically clean it up so there's not a ton of. The other thing that I noticed here is my tries down here. There's nothing to reset it whenever we win the game. We need to make sure we reset this variable because right now, as it stands, my my game is still, or my tries variable is still going to be 6. So if I run the game again, then it's going to start at 6 and not at 0, which it needs to. So down here, when I win the game, we need to reset. After we put tries out on the screen, we want to set tries equal to 0. We want to reset tries, that tries variable, back to 0. All right, so let's go ahead and run the game again. See if we get a different number this time. 50. Oh, hello. What happened there? I see what's going on. So we're clearing the screen inside the do right here, which is not what we want. We want to clear it down here if we win the game. Let's clear it down here at the bottom. That's a much better place for it. That way we're not wiping out everything. All right. 50. Your guess is too high. Okay. 25. Guess is too low. So we're between 25 and 50 this time. 33. Guess is too low. 40. Guess is too high. 36. Hey! And my guesses variable resets. So let's say, no, I don't want to play the game again. Then the game ends. So loops will allow us to stay within, it'll allow us to keep the same game going over and over and over again. Okay, hopefully this wasn't too complicated, and hopefully the comments helped you kind of like figure out and kind of structure in your brain what we're doing here. If this is too complicated for you, or if you need any extra help, or if some of this just goes right over your head, let me know and I can help you out. But if you understand the idea of loops, if you understand what we're doing here, then you will be able to easily get through the rest of the class. And, you know, it's not a bad way to start off the second term of the class. Perfect. All right. I'll see you next time.